It's hard to admit sometimes when you're wrong. Most of you'll know I've been a bit of a fan of the cult of Tesla for a long time. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's hard not to think that Mr. Muskrat, you're doomed. Now, take for a minute the stock price. Since the start of 2024, Tesla went down 48%, crashed, plummeted. Like, from being the richest man in the world, Musk has now probably got the net worth of 3 KFC workers, right? But at least they're finger licking good. This guy just stammers and stutters and did things with Amber Heard. I mean, I'd hate to be his bedspread. And forget the fact, you see, people will go like, cultists will go, yeah, but the stock price is now 14% up on the start of the year. We call that a blip, It's a few hundred billion here or there on a valuation. It's the long term that is going to be Tesla's real problem, not the fact that they're already up this year, because things can change very, very fast. Now let's have a look at the model lineup. Up there, you've got S3XY, because Elon couldn't spell sexy, it's Sathrixy, right? The S and the X, I know they don't share any single part with the original car, which is 10 years, or 2014, the first one was released, so it's 10 years old. They don't share a single part, body panel, headlight, anything, battery cell with the original S, but it's still a 10-year-old car. So it's really old. Doesn't share any parts, but it's old, right? So that's no good. Nobody buys them anymore, particularly not Australians, when you get boned when you had one on order. Are you listening, Space Karen? So, and the other model, see, I'm getting frustrated now at myself. Look at that Model Y. Looks like an overinflated jelly bean. Who gives a shit that it was the biggest selling car in the world last year? No good, no good. No one would buy a Model Y. And then there's the new Model 3. Thank goodness it doesn't look like Daffy Duck anymore, like the old one did. But you know what it is? They've just put lips and tits on the old thing, done nothing else to it. So, that's getting to be an old car too. And they've got this other thing, and the cyber urinal. I'm yet to find out if urine actually does stain the stainless steel and make it rust, but I'm sure that is something that's been well covered off in the United States already. Who's going to buy one? Yada, yada, yada. Run rate of 2,500 a week. Well, that's not enough, matey. You're never going to make any money. I know it outsold the F-150 Lightning to be America's biggest selling electric truck, but that's not always going to be the way. I'm saying that's probably figures faked for the NASDAQ, because people do that all the time. Forget about that. And then there's like a van and a roadster. It's going to fly and it's going to have rocket thrusters. I don't know. I think someone's been getting on the 420 a little bit too much. Maybe time to get back on the Rogan show, Space Karen. You know what I mean? So the model lineup is essentially shit. Bad luck, eh? Batteries, storage. Oh, don't look at Tesla as a car manufacturer. Let's have a look at them as an energy business. Okay, they make batteries. Sure, battery business grew 132% with the biggest rollout of cells and megapacks basically in the history of mankind. Don't let that distract you from the fact that their cars are getting old, right? Kind of. Sort of. But who's going to use batteries anyway? Who's going to use them? The things burn all the time. Surely you've been on TikTok and seen a burning battery before. The people spending billions on this stuff have got absolutely no idea. They should listen to me and a mate of mine who's got a not so smart uncle who'll tell you nuclear is the future. And in 2120, when we get our first plant here, nobody's going to need megapacks. Forget about the fact that most reactors in the world are getting put offline that's just a diversion from the lefties, the people that are woke. It's the wokies that are doing it. Because you know what happens, Elon? If you go woke, you go broke. Like this stupid solar roof thing. Who would have solar panels for a start, right? Because every 3 years you've got to replace them and they go into landfill and they can't recycle them. They're basically shit and they're made by foreign countries that hate us. A bit like petrol, actually. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Who would want a solar roof? Doesn't make any sense. Nobody uses solar anymore. In fact, a government opposition person here told me about a thing called the Renewable Energy Eradication Scheme, where a new government here would actually forcibly remove solar panels from your roof. So get rid of solar, renewables. It's woke, it's rubbish, it burns, it's no good for anything, and it kills whales and birds, according to Donald Trump. Cats don't kill birds, apparently. Wind turbines, solar panels kill birds, okay? You heard that here first. So that's a stupid idea. And then we look at robo-taxi. Who would want to make an autonomous vehicle? I mean, I want to live in Manhattan one day. It's no secret. I'd love to live in Manhattan, right? And I don't want a Cybertruck. I want a Dodge Ram TRX. I want to import a Land Cruiser from Australia. Why aren't Land Cruisers cool, Gareth?
What?
I like Land Cruisers. Do you like Land Cruisers?
Lovely.
Would you love a Dodge? What would you have, Gareth? A Cyber Urinal or a Dodge Ram TRX?
Dodge Ram TRX.
See? Same here. Because there's plenty of places to park them in Manhattan. And when I get a studio apartment there for $62,000 a week, guaranteed it's going to come with 3 car parks. All underground, all looked after. Maybe like a lift to lift it up into my apartment. So it makes a lot of sense. So, you know, the idea of just being driven around by a vehicle that doesn't have a steering wheel or pedals that makes money and is green is stupid because it's woke. And everything woke is bad because someone on TikTok told me. Actually, I don't even know what it means. But what it does mean is this: you're finished, Elon Muskrat. You're done. Your rockets blow up and one's never taken off. Your share price is going through the floor. Who gives a shit if you're doing it better than anybody else? I'm listening to TikTok and some orange dude with a comb over, because that is what makes Range Anxiety TV the only show worth listening to. I hope you love that, kids.